All right. Hi, everyone. Thank you for waiting a few more minutes. My name is Reuben. For people that already don't know me, very happy to do this webinar. It will be, I believe, very interesting. That maybe a subject that's all wanted to talk about, and I will be happy to present you some idea we have regarding the highest funded traders we have. Also, big traders in the world, but also big traders in the 5ers. So that's why it will be very interesting today. And it will become with the main idea, with the main mindset that we at the end maybe should get and should take in consideration. Okay. Hi everyone. I see there is a lot of people in the chat. That's interesting. Tell me if you hear me good with the microphone and if you see me great, and we will start. Like maybe even better. Okay, you see me not in the mirror, and okay, perfect. So we'll start. All right. So the title is what do high traders have in common, and we will try to check big account we have in the 5ers and what how they came into big accounts and how they manage their account, what the type of mindset they have in order to be successful stage after stage. So that will be interesting. Okay, table of content. I will try to talk a bit about myself for people that already don't know me, but if some people are let's say usual to see my face on trading room sometimes and sometimes webinars, so it will be even better to know me even more deeper. I will talk about the 5ers, about the company for people that don't know us, but also people that know already the 5ers, and I believe that we have some traders on the chat that will recognize themselves. I will see about also some charts about the equity of big traders we have and try to understand how they behave. And the main subject will be to talk about what kind of system they use and what is the key difference between a trader that starts at the valuation and still struggling and traders that know how to pass stage after stage. I believe that it will be interesting. This webinar will be recorded and we will put it in YouTube by the beginning of next week, I believe. Okay, so as you see, my name is Reuben. I was a trader in the commodity market for a speculative fund. I traded options, so that's a bit different than trading Forex, but the mindset of a trader is still the same. I had to manage my risk. I had a manager that give the risk I should take, and I face the market on everyday basis. Option is a bit different than Forex because we trade the volatility of the assets and not the direction. But all the mindset and the risk management I used is very useful for a trader that want to be successful in the Forex market. And today I'm managing the trading desk here, and I try to check big account we have. Regarding the risk management, we have big accounts, and we have to, as you know, we are providing live accounts, and we cannot let traders. We have to have a view about what our big traders are doing, because if we don't, it can be difficult for us to maintain. And I'm also a trader myself, trading in Forex because I'm here with the 5ers, still looking at commodities. That is very interesting recently, and indices as well. During the crash that we have in the coronavirus, it was very interesting to check. All right. So about the company, about the 5ers, we established in 2016. I know that many people knows us because of the name. We have actually more than 10,000 traders. We had 10,000 traders. Actually, we have like maybe 4,000 or 5,000 active traders. So it's a good number, and you know that in the 5ers especially, we have a powerful scaling plan. So you start with a small account, and step by step you can get to a million and let's say 7 numbers account in dollars. So that's how we sum. And if you're a good trader, you can pass step by step slowly all these stages, and that's something that few prop firm are giving. Okay, we have an hyper growth chain, we call this like that, and it's very at the beginning, you will be trading with a small account, and then step by step, you will be growing and be able to trade with higher accounts. So that's the main advantage we have. And also we provide trading resources and education. We do trading room 3 times per week, some webinar like that each Thursday. Sometimes it will be a different subject. So that's what we provide at the 5ers, and of course we are always open to get even more some ideas. I know that on the chat you're talking about commodities and stuff. Feel free to send us some feedbacks you have, some ideas you have that you want us to bring on board by email. Okay, we are very flexible and we are very open-minded. So that's the let's say that's the mindset we have here. Okay, so this is a small example. We provide this kind of graphic. It's nice to get for a trader that get a big payout. So we provide, you see, there are some payout that reach above 30,000. We have also more than that. So it's to show you that even you start with a small account, 6K evaluation, you can step by step pass the stage and get some 30,000, and you can each month, if you have a profitable strategy, get this kind of payout. This is not a payout that the trader get one time and then break down, but this is on a daily basis what kind of payout we give to our traders. So that means even there are some talks in the forums that the leverage is low. It's still enough to make some money. So that's a nice view for you. All right. So here I will start by taking some case study. Okay, and then we will I will step by step go to the end to the conclusion and what we can learn from this kind of traders we have. So as you see here, the funding capital is 640K. This is the account. So the trader pass 5 stages. He starts with a 80K account aggressive. So he started by the 20K account. Then he reached 12%. Then he moved on to the 80K. Then he passed 25%. And then again, he passed to the 160K and so on. He all the time double his account. And as you see, okay, so we'll be talking about the equity curve just after, but you see that the average position size is very low. Okay, so even a trader, trade with a big account, he have his strategy. He's all the time opening on average. He open 38 position. You have a strategy, very careful. And if you think that it's a fake, I can even give you the real things. We are not here to everything we make here are not fake. So I'm not sure how you can see that, but yeah, the biggest loss in $9. So probably you see that the average per position size is 0.30, but maybe you open multiple position size on the same position. Okay, so I will explain at the end. I will explain at the end why we do this case study to understand what we can learn from this. And we have here another guy, another trader that is using a different position sizing. You see that he's also trading on a big account. Okay, so it's 320K account. And the average position size is 5 lots. Okay, so maybe this trader has a different strategy than the first one we see. Okay, you see that this one have, like you say, 98% of profit. So maybe he go with a trend on one trade, but you see that this trader that is also a successful one. Okay, on average open 5 lots per position size on a big account. Okay, so it's important to show that we have different position sizing on account. Each trader can have is different, let's say, lot size and ability to open bigger lot size or even lower. Okay, and as you see, this is an account with high volume position. Okay, so the volume approximately is 5, but sometimes you open 10, even 15 lots. Okay, on one pairs. And you see the PNL is approximately moving very great. So as you see as well here, another explanation where the different position sizing is low. The funding capital here was also the 160K account. The average position size is low. It was 0.17. Okay, so you see, I believe it's important to show the difference that a trader can, on the previous account, open 10, 15 lot size, and we have another trader that have another strategy that will open 0.17. So it's let's say I like to see different type of trader that trade completely different, and both of them are making money on the market and know how to manage their account. So this was for the volume size and the position sizings. As well, yeah, you see here on a big account, we have high drawdown in the account. Okay, he has some credit on the account that he keeps, and he can have a max loss of 100K. Okay, so it's a big loss that the trader can take into account. And sometimes when you have, let's say, I know that in sometimes there are some discussion and some talks that if you open an account with $100 and trade alone by yourself, you can behave the account as in like the same in a prop firm. Okay, and here it's let's say the demonstration that it's completely different. Okay, you start by a small account, you show that you have skills, you prove yourself, you manage your risk perfectly, and then you go step by steps, and you can reach this kind of level when you can have a loss of 100K. I don't know if you can believe it, but I don't know if already you can open a 100K account and be trading on that. Okay, and still the leverage. I show at the beginning that that you can make money even with a low leverage, and the leverage all the time keep you alive in the long term, and that's why the leverage will not be, let's say, having a bad leverage is not bad for the long term. It's even better because you can keep your strategy going on and not blowing the account very fast. Okay, so here the max loss, it's 100K. It's very important to understand that having a big account with, for example, this one is a 1 to 30 leverage, will be completely different than having a small account with 1 to 100, 1 to 200 leverage. Okay, that's two completely different things. Here you trade a big account and managing properly the leverage. All right, let's continue. So the non-cliches, okay, I will explain why those let's say 5 sentences have been in common. Everyone know, okay, these 5 cliches when you're a trader. So the first one is clear set of rules. Okay, so you have some cliche like I have a winning strategy, the trend is your friend. So this is one cliche. Everyone know that. Everyone know. Let's say the second one is Forex execution. So you have to plan your trade and trade your plan. That's something everyone knows. I have a plan. I have to focus on my plan and continuing in the long term. I have a strict risk management. I know that I don't risk more than 1%. That's also a cliche. Traders that still in the first account, second account, they have a strict risk management. They're doing this. The first things, it's think statistically. Okay, so you have a ratio, risk reward ratio, let's say winning rate ratio, losing rate ratio. Your objective is to keep this ratio positive. And at the end, you have the full risk acceptance. Okay, you accept the stop loss. When you have a stop loss, I know that in trading room and also in few webinar, we all time say that you cannot move your stop loss. You have a stop loss that should be an expenses. You cannot move that, and you cannot play with the stop loss. So at the beginning, when you set your stop loss, be with that. Okay. And what the main difference between a trader that trades at the lowest account, between a trader that is trading a big account with us, so that is trading in the 3, 4, 5, even 6 account and the last level. So this is the key difference. Okay, the key difference is that I funded traders have put the time to create a trading system adapted to them. Okay, so I will divide the key difference by two parts. Okay, they have created a trading system. Okay, so yes, they have a system that they believe in. They know that their strategy is working on the market, that is making money. And the second part that is maybe the most important here is that the system is adapted to them. Okay, that's why you cannot, if let's say you have a big trader that have a wonderful trading system, the way that he will trade it will be different than you. Okay, you should adapt both things together. If you have some question until now, feel free to ask some question on the chat, and then I will move to the next part. Can you please show all the trades for this big account? I don't put it on the slides, but he have a good win rate ratio. He tried to play with the trend momentum on the market, and that's probably strategy. We will not enter like let's say the importance of this webinar is to tell that a trader should have his own trading system and not, let's say, trust another trading system that the trader is good with him. How do you mean by that? Interest can solve the trade for this big account. How do you mean by adapting to a trading system? It's exactly the next slide. So I will just explain it. Or you can create a trading system that is adapted to you just after. What is the trading style of this trader? So you have, like I said, it's two. We see like 2 or 3 different type of strategy. But the one that have a big percent rate, he have an EA strategy. I'm not sure, it's probably algo trader or quantitative trader that try to bulk a position and build the position on a week. Let's say he take all the position, make a bulk of the position each week, and he's waiting for a big breakout on a big key zone, and he have, let's say, a good risk management because his stop loss is all the time well set up. So this is for the guy that have a 98% win rate. And the second trader is, let's say, a more price action trader. Let's say almost all the trader we have at the 5ers. And I want to see also something that I didn't. Okay, like you see here, and I think I will probably show you just after. Okay, so I will just explain it after. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, so how to make a winning system adapted to you. So there is, like we said, the 2 main factors. So we have the strategy and we have the trader. So it's you, okay? And you have to find, you have to have a fine tuning between those 2 factors, okay? So you have the strategy and the trader, and you should be completely in let's say, in symbiosis with those 2 aspects, okay? So regarding the strategy, first of all, it must suit your personality, your risk tolerance, and your lifestyle. Okay, what I mean by risk tolerance, there are some traders that it's very difficult for them to risk, let's say, more than 2%, 3% per trade. They don't feel great with big numbers, so it's preferred to risk, let's say, less than that. Okay, to start with a small number and build your portfolio month after month, year after year. Also, something that fits your personality. I'm personally like to be very aggressive on the market. I don't like to hold position for a few weeks, let's say, like as a swing. I like to be all the time in front of the screen. And for me, maybe 10 pips will be enough for me for the day. Okay, so it should fit your personality. I like to see the 1 minute, 5 minute chart and play with the price action. And there are other people. So exactly the second thing. So it will be time frame and time management. Okay, so you should adapt your personality to the time frame and time management. Okay, let's say you have a full, if you're a full-time trader, maybe you can try to make even more some scalping and not focus on the long-term position because you're all the time in front of your computer, and if you hold a long-term position, psychology will affect and you will maybe like say, oh, there is little retracement here. You will look at the M15 instead of staying at the highest time frame chart, and you will be doing something different. In opposite, when someone have a full-time job and don't have time to be all the time in front of the computer, he should go at the H4, even day one or weekly chart. Okay, that's something easy to understand. So also it will be ratio, scalping, or swing. So it everything correlated together. What is important also here, it's the market context. Okay, is your strategy is working during a momentum when the market is on a trend, or where the market is on a consolidation? Okay, I know that you guys following some of my trading room, I show that Bollinger Bands with stochastics works very well on a range. Okay, so when the market is on a momentum, maybe this strategy will not work. So this is important to know the market context at the time, at each time. The market context will be also connected with the low high volatility of the session. So let's say ASEAN session and London session will be, let's say, very low volatile. So maybe you can try to go with a range strategy when the market is on a low volatility session, ASEAN session and London session. And when the market is on a high volatility, let's say the New York session, it will be good for momentum, because generally the market will break some resistance zone, some key zone. So that's important. The second aspect is the trader. Okay, and generally the execution is the main, let's say the main, what can I say? The main asset of the trader. The execution should be adapt to your style. Okay, sometimes you feel some hesitation, and sometimes you feel more comfort. Okay, let's say a trader want to make a buy limit and just sleep, let's say great on the night. He will put a buy limit and you know believe on the trade. And there are also other traders that will be hesitating on making a scalp or entering the position. So that's why sometimes making a buy limit or sell limit, sell stop by stops, no matter what, it will be even more comfortable for them. Okay, there are some other traders that very comfortable with opening buy market, sell market directly on the trading platform, and it will be easier for them to react very quickly and let's say making sniper entry. The second thing is to make some preparation. Try to read some books. I don't know. I have some example here. Trade that a book that I started to read called "Traded Mindfully." It's very connected to the psychology of a trader. You have some biases that came. So trader have to work on their psychology, and that's something that we repeat all the time, and that is very known. That psychology is almost 70 or 80% of why the trader is successful or not. Okay, you must have good trading and life habits. Okay, so you have to set the time for trading. You have to you cannot, let's say, trade from your smartphone from your bed. Okay, I know that there are some traders that trade on their smartphone, and you know, was looking on the chart where they are on bed. Maybe this is not the good trading habits to make. So try to set a time when you want to trade. If you're a full-time trader, wake up 30 minutes before the opening, taking a small shot of coffee, eating something, being full ready for the trading session, and not being like half tired and trading the market even you're tired. If you're tired, you know, you can take a rest day. So of course the life habits and the good trading, let's say, habits will help your concentration and the correct focus. And of course, focus on the long run, and that's what I will show just after. That's not because you make one day, when you make 3% on one day, that the next day you will also make 3%. Okay, you have to focus on the long run. That's also something that I explained yesterday on the risk management. That your main objective is to be alive during an infinite time. Okay, it will not. This is not correct for you to reach a drawdown. Okay, you can all the time, let's say, adapt your risk management to making some recovery. And we have some traders that on the PM, let's say on level 2 or 3 or even 4, even they making a bad day, they know how to recover. psychologically and even also on the market. And I will show an example of chart just after. Can you please repeat the title of the psychology book? I think I just here because I have it on next to me. It's Train Mindfully. Okay, this is these books, Gary Dayton. Okay, Trade Mindfully of Gary Dayton. It helps with psychology a lot. Okay, I can write on the chat if you don't find it at the end of the session. Pascal, feel free to ask me. What do you think is the best time frame for full-time trading intraday? Like I said, this is exactly the question that maybe I don't want to answer. If you're a full-time trader, like I say, it should be adapted to you. Okay, if you believe more comfortable by working on the M1, M5, and your strategy is fit for this time frame, so go on the M1 or on the M5. Okay, if you feel more comfortable by having your H1 chart and waiting all the day, you can also do that. It's still, like I said, you should have, when a trader is fine-tuning between his strategy and himself, he will be ready to gain some success and gain profit on the long-term run. Okay, I will just write on the chat the book. So it's Trade Mindfully by author. Okay, so this is the book, and there is a lot of other books that you can read. Yeah, thank you, Pascal, for giving the link. Okay, let's move on. So I want making some summary of the major points we talked. So as a trader, you should have a discipline. You should be very patient and look on the long-term view. You should have a routine. Okay, wake up in the morning at 8. Before the trading session, take a shot of coffee. Be ready with your plan in front of your computer and start trading. And it will be a routine day after day, week after week. It will be, let's say, your job if you're a full-time trader. And adaptation to yourself. Okay, it's very important to know that maybe I feel comfortable by trading the M5 chart, and maybe even I give you the same strategy to use, you will not be comfortable to opening an M1 or M5 chart. Okay, so again, I came back to the example, and I want to show how a trader with a big account have a discipline. Okay, so the trader start very well, and here you see during this period the trader started to, let's say, struggled to move up the target. And you see here that the trader started to go down, and at this point here, okay, he reacted very well regarding the risk management. Maybe I didn't check the history of trade, but maybe he managed his risk management. He cut some losses very fast. He tried to open risk reward very high, let's say, to boost his account. Okay, and this is nice. Okay, when you see this kind of discipline into a trader, that when a trader is struggling, a trader, it should be, the equity should go up, then it can be struggled. Okay, this is, let's say, he'll see to struggle at some point of the account, and here maybe he start to lose some, to win some, maybe having to have a bad day, bad week, and from here recover. Maybe he find a good trade, a good momentum, focus on his strategy, and that's why he passed actually the challenge. The second thing is the patience and the long-term run. If you work on yourself and if you work on your strategy, and you know that statistically your strategy is profitable, you should be focused on the long-term run. Okay, you can lose let's say half of your account at the beginning. You should be able to recover all the time. Okay, and you see here that, I don't know, after a few days, few weeks, the trader was already close to the stop out. Okay, just after he made a great recovery, struggled here, and then step by step starting to reach the target. Okay, so even a trader reach, let's say, 3% drawdown, he was able to recover. And I think, again, I explained something very interesting about the risk management yesterday, that statistically you can never reach the maximum drawdown if you manage well the risk management. So this is nice to see. Trader that let's say was very close to stop out, maybe diminish here the risk per position he have, diminish the lot size he have, and step by step be able to recover. To struggle here, that's healthy, like we said just before. Okay, it's exactly here. You see that this trader here have a total trade of 40, and here you have a total deals of 3,000. Okay, so this is two different strategy. Which program was he in? So the trader start with a 40K account. Okay, so he start with the 40K account, then he moved to the he start with the 10K account, the evaluation, then he moved to the 40K, from the 40K to the 80K, and from the 80K to the 160K. So this is the account he's trading. And the routine, okay, you should have a routine. So routine by waking up all the time in the morning, be ready with your strategy, having a ratio all the time. You see that here all the time you see that is all the time winning more on some pairs. Sometimes here your card is using let's say more than the others, and you should be able to work on the ratio if you feel that if you feel that you're better trading, let's say the Australian yen on the let's say the Swiss pairs of the I don't know, the Euro pairs. So try to focus your mindset on some pairs that you will be even better than other one. Again, we see here that on the euro dollar, for example, you have some big win. So let's say what can a trader do for the next time is, let's say, avoiding trading the euro card because he had some losses and maybe the market is not moving for his strategy. Maybe for the next time he can I don't know, trade the euro dollar, most likely trading the New Zealand card, most likely. You know, it depends of the strategy of the trader and why he opened this kind of trades. Okay. Can you go to his biggest loss? His biggest loss here is 1,000. Okay, and this is the best profit. So I think that the big loss maybe was approximately here. Okay, so let's conclude about what we say. There is no holy grails for you. You have to work on the strategy and you have to work on your strategy, especially. So make sure that it's done to you and not to anyone else. Kassem is asking if I recommend using indicators. Again, it's exactly what we talk about. You have to work on yourself and have to work on your strategy and have to work with the indicator you have, you like and you're comfortable with. I'm using Bollinger Bands. I know that Gil, for example, and Yaniv as well, hate completely Bollinger Bands. You know, it's the same. It's according to you, to yourself. So that's why I will not recommend you any indicators. It should be up to you and what you're comfortable with. The second main fact is that you have to work on yourself, on the trader. So you have to work constantly on your mind and skills to execute the strategy correctly. Okay, you can have a wonderful strategy, but if you are not disciplined and you miss some risk management on your side, the strategy cannot work. So those two things have to come together. And the last fact is to, let's say, enjoy. Okay, you have to acknowledge the different rewards you get from trading besides money. I think that in trading you learn a lot about yourself, about your behavior. When you have a big loss and if you have a big win, or it can affect your day, or it shouldn't affect your day because it's part of your work. So you have to enjoy. Sometimes the trader that missing the evaluation 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, and at the first time he reach, let's say, a break even, it can be a success. Okay, so you have to enjoy all the time the journey and not only enjoying the money. You have to be you have to enjoy what is let's say besides the money. So that's it for what I would like to say. Feel free to ask any questions you have. We will be doing like 15-20 minutes of Q&A about this. If you want to come back again to a case study we have with some big traders we have at the 5ers, feel free to ask. I will be happy to answer. Okay. I'm waiting some question. All right. Can you introduce small account like 5,000 or 10,000? What do you mean introduce? Do you want maybe like an analysis of this account, or just trading a 5,000 account? Because if you want to find something like that, we have the evaluation program on the 6K, let's say, or on the 24K program. You start with a 6K account. So that's what you can do. Try to ask some question regarding the webinar we have. If it's talking gold of indices, that's something that we take in consideration. And for the moment, we don't have an exact time to deliver this. But still, we are focusing only on Forex, and all of our traders here are very focused on the currencies trading. Yeah, Vania, we have a 6K challenge at the 5ers. And if you pass the challenge, you get a 24K account. Please, can we have more interview session with big trader with the 5er? We don't get to hear from them often. Okay, that's a good feedback, Samuel. We'll try to make this even more often. I think that we have a few traders that we want to bring on board and make some interview with them. I invite you to watch the last interview that Alex make with Richard. It was a nice interview, but we will do some interview in the future. What is the lot size recommended for 25K account? Again, this is exactly what we told during all the session. Try to work with the risk management that fits for you. Okay, it can be 0.1% and it can be 2%. Okay, if you have one position for 1 week and 1 month, 1.5% can be good. And if you have multiple positions each day on the M1 time frame, it should be, of course, 0.2 or 0.1%. What could be the average duration for a beginner to become consistently profitable trader according to your observation of all the successful traders? So for a completely beginner that don't know anything about trading, it could take, let's say, on average, okay, because there are some traders that can be profitable after 1 year, and there are some other that after 5 years. But let's say in average, it can take 2 years to know well hold the market and let's say hold what is beside the Forex and the macroeconomy, and you know, take profit, stop loss strategy, risk management, all those kind of things can after 2 years. Also, it depends how much time you should be ready to put some effort. Okay, if you trade let's say 8 hours per day and you try to learn and read some things, after 1 year you can be ready to be profitable on the market. But still, it's, you know, that trading is a very, very difficult job, and not everyone successful to do this. Okay, I will try to read. How do you get the market profile indicator? I saw the article in the trading room. I think we can provide this. You can ask on the to our desk team, and we will provide you the indicator. I think that we find this, so we can be able to provide you this. The email that you can ask is help@the5ers.com. I'm writing this on the chat. At the various stages, we must achieve 10% for double it. You double it immediately, or you double it every some months. We do it immediately. Okay, so let's say you're trading your 160K account and you reach 10%, you pass directly to the next stage. There is no, let's say, no evaluation, but at some stage when a trader is trading a big part of the capital, and part of the pool. We have a closer relationship. Okay, so that means we have sometimes weekly calls with him, sometimes 2 calls per month. It depends the frequency of his trading. But a trader that, let's say, reached the 600K account approximately, we are in touch with him. Okay, we're getting what he thinks about the market and try to be in closer relationship with him. So again, try to work on yourself and your strategy. If you already don't have a strategy that you like and that you know how to manage, try to let's say step back from the market a little bit. Try to think about yourself, about first of all the strategy that you want to implement and the strategy you're comfortable with, and then try to work on your routine and your discipline. That's very important. Pairs giving them the best results. That's interesting. I think we don't have numbers like that actually, but again, on average, it should be let's say the major pairs like the pound dollar, the euro dollar, the dollar yen, those kinds of pairs that with a low spreads and easy to make some daily trades. And sometimes there are other traders that like to go to, let's say, the New Zealand CAD that can be very volatile, for example. It's very for yourself, Samuel. I would prefer that you try to make a backtesting on different pairs and you see what or your strategy behave on each pairs. Okay, maybe your strategy will work only on low volatility pairs and maybe the opposite. Maybe it will work on only one pairs. You don't know, but on average, you should be looking for yourself, I believe. It's like when I will take a small example. When I was trading option in commodities, I was in the trading desk of oil. Okay, and there are also other traders that were trading soybean, wheat, and corn, for example. And the market for the agricultural commodities on soybean, wheat, and corn is let's say behave completely different than oil behave. Okay, oil is like very high volatility. We have 2 types of oil. We have the Brent in London and we have the WTI, and we can play with the spreads. And trading corn or trading soybean is completely different volatility. And when you start to be comfortable by trading corn and trading wheat, maybe you cannot be comfortable by trading oil. Okay, maybe you can find yourself even better. Maybe you feel that you can be better on trading oil and not trading corn, or trading both of them. It's again up to you. Does the book you mentioned cover more strategies and indicators? It's only psychologically part of the trading. There is no strategy, I believe. No strategy, no indicators. But it let's say talk about risk management and how you can trade like mindfully. You're welcome. You trade technical or fundamental on commodities. I traded options, so it's completely different. I used fundamentals and very few technically price action, but on option you don't need to use the chart even. We trade volatility and there is option strategy, so this is completely different. What is the approximate average holding period of trader that are trading large trading account 5 years? Is it leaning towards higher time frame or lower time frame? Generally, I think in average we have more traders that hold for a long time the position than people are trading, let's say, day trading. what I think that being a day trader is even more difficult than to be a swing. Still, it's my personality, and it's how I think. But I feel comfortable by trading the day trading market. So that's why I also need to work on myself, and sometimes think again. Should I maybe work only 1 day per week and making swing position, or sticking to where I'm comfortable with? Okay, I must find the good equilibrium between those two factors. Does the perf provide signal to assist new traders? That's a nice question, and we have a project ongoing that we will be providing soon. Not signals, but indicators about risk management, about leverage, and many things that hopefully will be coming soon. Can you recommend any good course book about exit point of the position? I don't think there is a book that called "Oh, we can exit the market," but I think Trade Mindfully might be a good book, because when you talk about when I should exit my position, generally if you when you enter a trade, you know approximately where you should exit, and maybe you try to avoid where the market is retracing. Okay, so I believe that this kind of question is 90% linked to the psychology and not of the technical aspects of the market. So maybe the book I showed you can be a great a great solution. Since you require stop loss and take profit for non-aggressive traders, do you use any MTO indicator for placing trading spontaneously? For the low risk program, you must have a stop loss, but take profit is not mandatory. Placing trading spontaneously. Still, again, indicators and here we have an ongoing project. I don't want to tell more about that, but that can be something that can help a lot of traders on the 5ers. I could hold them some for longer. Anna, when you close a position, don't try to think, oh, if I would hold the position for, let's say, 1 day more, I would do X dollar bonus or extra. Maybe this wasn't your plan, and maybe you should have closed at the time you close, and that's why you should be respectful with yourself, and you say, okay, I took the decision to close here. That's why my plan, that's why my decision at the beginning, and what's happened after is no importance. Okay, there is no importance for what's going out just after. For those who are interested to join the 5ers, will they be paired with senior traders for monitoring purposes, at least at the beginning? Yes, we have when you start the evaluation. So this is the first level, for example. You can schedule a portfolio analysis session. So this is a one-on-one session. Generally, it's you can schedule it 1 time per 2 weeks in order to follow your progression. Generally a session that's all 30 minutes, and it's one-on-one coaching session that we will go deeper in your strategy, deeper in your risk management, and try to understand, or you can improve yourself and come back the 2 weeks after even stronger with a better mindset, and sometimes with a better let's say a tuning, let's say an improvement on your strategy. We will upload this webinar on YouTube by the beginning of next week. Does the 5ers have a Telegram link for traders? I don't think so, but we have actually a Facebook group that is very active. So I encourage you to join this. All right. For someone who wants to learn trade automation with programming language is best to learn. MQL5 would be the first things to understand. And if you want to know more about quantitative trading, and this is even more difficult. I don't know to code. I'm trading fundamentally the market, but also technically, so I don't need too much making Q or MQL5. But Python will be, I think, the one of the best programming language to create some algorithm in trading and machine learning. But this is very difficult to. You must have some knowledge before to do that. Facebook link, anyone? I will be giving you the link. Hi, Clément. Yeah, you can do that. You can use the same strategy on one instant funding challenge and one bootcamp. That's fine. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed the session. It was something a bit different than usual. Showing big trader that we have at the 5ers is first time. So we have big traders that trade with us. They're still trading with us and managing their risk all the time with very close consideration with them. And again, I will repeat the conclusion. So work on the strategy, on your strategy, especially work on yourself and enjoy what is all besides the money. That's the main conclusion of what we talked today. Thank you for being with me again. I hope you enjoyed the session and see you Monday for the weekly forecast webinar, probably with Yaniv. Have a nice end of the week, guys. Very appreciate it. Bye-bye.